Turkey has been a main supporter of Doha since Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Egypt and the UAE cut ties with Qatar, accusing it of supporting terrorism, an allegation Qatar denies. Let's speak to Hasan Abdullah, our political correspondent for TRT World there in Doha. So, Hasan, the second time that Erdogan has been to Doha since the blockade, can anything change in terms of his efforts to resolve this issue that's going on between these Arab nations?
Well, Adnan, the main priority for Turkey at this point in time is a de-escalation of the crisis in this region. President Erdogan has earlier said that this situation and any further escalation will only benefit terrorist groups like Daesh because it would prevent any sort of effective collaboration against such a terrorist organization. Furthermore, President Erdogan has said that the blockade of Qatar is not the way forward and that dialogue and diplomacy should be utilized. And the view from Ankara is also that respect for sovereignty of all the states and that no one has the right to meddle in the interstate relations. Now here they're particularly referring to one of the demands from 4 of the blockading countries that Qatar should not get too cozy with Iran. Furthermore, as you mentioned there, bilateral relations of course are on the agenda. The two sides are going to be discussing increasing trade volume, they're going to be discussing infrastructure development, food security as well as scientific and defense cooperation.
You mentioned that those other Arab countries that are effectively blockading Qatar want Doha to cut relations with Iran. Also very widely reported that they were demanding the closure of the Al Jazeera news network. Have any of those demands been watered down at all, or have any of them changed, which may allow some kind of rapprochement, some kind of discussions?
Adnan, that does not seem to be the case, and earlier we've had the leader of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim, say that the Saudis, the UAE, Egypt and Bahrain seem not interested in resolving this crisis. Their demands are the same, closure of Al Jazeera. They're demanding that Qatar cut down its relations with Iran. Furthermore, they're accusing Qatar still of backing terrorists. They're demanding that the members of Ikhwan al-Muslimin, the Muslim Brotherhood, who are in Qatar, be deported. Now, of course, first of all, Qatar is categorically denying that it's supporting any terrorist groups. As far as Ikhwan al-Muslimin is concerned, the perspective from Ankara and from Doha is that the Ikhwan al-Muslimin or the Muslim Brotherhood is a legitimate political party that is engaged in the democratic process, and those who fear this party are only fearing it because of its popularity. Now, furthermore, the view from Doha here is that the Turkish position is appreciated, and Doha also subscribed to that, and they're saying that the demands from these 4 blockading countries are unreasonable.